To this new at 11, hundreds of people have now watched this cell phone video of a Charlotte youth football coach getting knocked out while trying to break up a fight between 13-year-old players. This is the latest example in a national trend of violence erupting during youth sporting events. But experts, coaches, and fans tell WCNC Charlotte's Brandon Goldner it's not often the players who instigate the fights, it's the parents.
It's been well documented over the last decade of parents behaving badly at their children's games. But the Positive Coach Alliance says since the pandemic, it's gotten worse. Under the Friday night lights, just the game clock ticking away. It's the internal clock in the minds of parents and players as pandemic protocols ease.
Because of the time off, people have been so fired up and revved up getting back into youth sports and maybe even trying to make up for lost time. There is some increased pressure being put on kids, but I think that pressure's always been there, right?
Jason Sachs of Positive Coaching Alliance, which advocates for a more positive youth sports experience, says this pressure after a lost season has led to a rise in parents and players arguing and fighting. There are no national numbers of recent incidents at youth sports games. What people tell us is anecdotal. While we were in the middle of shooting a stand-up during a playoff game at Julius Chambers High School, a fight nearly broke out between the two teams. Watching from the sidelines, Gwen Lisenby says she's seen plenty of parents lose their cool, but she says there's also pressure on parents who are hoping their children can secure their future through athletics.
I understand sometimes the frustration, but not when you take it to the limit.
Sachs says the way to prevent problems at games starts with program leaders and coaches setting expectations and modeling good behavior.
If I'm an athlete and I'm looking over at the sideline and I see my coach acting in one way, then I'm going to sort of, look at that as saying, okay, well, if he or she's doing it, then I can do that as well.
The PCA says referees also play a critical part in the game, but they say, like seemingly every other occupation, there's a shortage of referees. In University, Brandon Goldner, WCNC Charlotte.